Dear learners, Assalamu alaikum. This is Hasina Momtaz again. This is my second session with you for HSC students. I am an assistant professor of English, Government Haji Muhammad Mohsin College, and I have taken one session with you about food adulteration, and the topic was luncheon. This is from the same unit, and the lesson, today's lesson is food adulteration reaches new height. We know you are all well at home, eating healthy foods and keeping yourself very conscious and head and hearty. So let's come to the session. Before starting the session, we can warm up, ask, what are all these? Just make some senses what the pictures are showing. Someone is thinking, someone is injecting in an orange something, someone is injecting something to our vegetables, and you see someone injecting something to our fruits or in our vegetables, that is to tomatoes. So what are all these? Is it good for us? Because natural food and injecting something to food, this is not good for us. So we see, what is this? These exactly are something mixing in food, harmful mixture with food is not good for us. So what are the learning outcomes of today's lesson, food adulteration? After studying the lesson, the learners will be able to know what is food adulteration, and they will be able to describe various names of pesticides that are used as preservatives. They will be able to learn who use chemical pesticides on food or fruits or some dry items, and they will be able to learn or explain the cause and effects of food adulteration. What is food adulteration? Food adulteration is the act of intentionally debasing the quality of food offered for sale either by the admixture or substitution of inferior substances or by the removal of some valuable ingredients. Look, a food is adulterated if it omits a valuable constituent or substitutes another substances in whole or in part for a valuable constituent, for instance olive oil diluted with tree oil, conceals damage or inferiority in any manner, such as fresh fruit with food coloring on its surface to conceal defects. So what is food adulteration? Some mixtures of harmful items, some pesticides, some insecticides or some constituents that is diluting or infecting the food, and we are eating it, and gradually we are taking poisonous food, and in the long run we became sick. Look, describe various names of pesticides that are used as preservatives. We will find some preservatives, that is, look, insecticides for insects, herbicides for plants, then you say rodenticides for rodents, bactericides for bacteria, fungicides for fungi, larvicides for larvae. Every insecticides or pesticides or items for every species or every species. But people nowadays using these all things to our day-to-day food, vegetables and every food items. So natural and biological pesticides control pests using things found in nature or man-made versions of things found in nature. A preservative is a substance or a chemical that is added to products such as food products, beverages, pharmaceutical drugs, paints, biological samples, cosmetic soda and many other products to prevent decomposition. Decomposition by microbiological or microbial growth or by undesirable chemical changes. So people are using these things for producing or for devasing our all microbial growth or by undesirable chemical changes. Then we will see How the physical preservation entails processes such as refrigeration or drying. Chemical food preservatives are benzoates, then you see nitrates, sulfides and solvates. These all are our what? All our chemical food preservatives. These also are using our food items. Now we will see the text. Useful level of pesticides are present in around half of the vegetables and more than a quarter of fruits sold in the capital's markets, a recent survey has found. The text has said useful levels of pesticides are present. There must be a comfortable level, consuming level, but they are using a level of pesticides that are present in around half of the vegetables and more than a quarter of fruits sold in the capital's market. So this is a survey report. The text is a survey report, and the survey report has given us the outcome of the reports or the surveying, that what exactly going in our markets. And the market is here, our Dhaka's some markets, the capital's markets. We will see what are the markets. You see the capital's Gulshan, Kauran Bazar and Mohakhali markets. So three areas they have selected, Gulshan, Kauran Bazar and Mohakhali markets. What exactly happened there? And you see National Food Safety Laboratory and Food and Agriculture Organization, they came up together and they tried to make the survey and they made a report and they give us the outstanding result. Around 50% vegetables and 35% fruits were found to be contaminated with unsafe level of pesticides. So 50% and 35%. This is the useful level of pesticides. So 35% in fruits and 50% in vegetables. The survey report, a copy of which was acquired by the Dhaka Tribune, read that nearly 40% of 82 samples of milk products, fish, fruits and vegetables contained banned pesticides such as DDT, aldrin, chlorine and hepatochlor. So look, these all are the banned what? These all are the banned pesticides, but these are using in our day-to-day foods, and the reports has given the total outcome of these all contaminated items. The amounts of pesticides in these samples were found to be 3 to 20 times greater than the limit set by the European Union. You know, we are under control by European Union and some of this BSTI. So they are guiding us how much or what are the quantity of using the pesticides or the drugs in our day-to-day foods, or how much it is 1 time greater, 2 times greater, 3 times greater, or understanding or our comfortable level. But they found that 3 to 20 times greater than the limit set by the European Union. That is, they are doing harmful for the people. Using a sensitive high performance liquid chromatography, that is HPLC, you have to remember the words for HPLC, that is what can you say, this is other words you will say, Food Health Organization, World Health Organization, every word, because you have some brief questions, so you have to know the acronym and the abbreviation of the words. So this HPLC method developed by the Food Safety Lab, 66 samples were analyzed for the presence of formaldehyde. Adulteration was thereby detected in samples of coriander, mango and fresh shrimps. Coriander, mango and fresh shrimps. So look, there are 66 samples. Now come to the text. You will find the whole text here, what exactly the text has given us. This is digital class, so we have to wait for the computer system. Now we will see the whole text. What are the worm activities? the text has shown, and we will see that have we done our all worm activities. Just wait. Okay, so you see the text that what is food adulteration? Yes, we have read it in our slide. Then see, have you heard the name of pesticide called formalin, which is used as a preservative? Yes, we have known it is what is formalin. Who do you think uses chemicals, pesticides on food or fruits? Yes, we see. And who do you think use chemicals, pesticides on food, fruits? And then we see the whole text. If you go through the whole text, you see unsafe levels of pesticides. I have started in my 2 slides. Then the survey report. Then we'll see the 40% of everything in 82 samples. Then analyzing more than 30 samples of turmeric powder. You see the branded package, and when it is open, the team also found that nearby 30% of the samples contain traces of lead chromate, which can be fatal if swallowed or inhaled. You know, these items is really lead chromate. This is the lubricants of leads. So it harms. It could be harmful, and it is really harmful for our health. Now you will see the whole text has given us with very much progressive and all highly graded pesticides that are people using in our day-to-day foods. And look, the test indicated the poultry feed in the country had also been contaminated. We know every time you are enjoying the news or through Facebook, we see the online connection or the online browsing that the poultry feeds that is mostly using antibiotics, and the farm chickens we are using, they are completely eaten by or taken by antibiotics. You see, these high microbial populations were found in several samples of pesticides, milk indicating poor processing. I have read it in my earlier slides. And then we find that a former Director General of the Health Services and Senior National Advisor of FAO, Food Agriculture Organization, said the findings were shocking for the whole nation. Yes, this is shocking because maybe 1%, but these are 3 to 20 times greater than as usually granted by European Union. So what we are eating, what we are taking, this is not good for us. But we the people don't have to escape the day-to-day foods because we are very much used to having all foods. So this is about the retail traders, the wholesaler, the retail traders, all are doing this. The farmers, they are doing this. But you know, farmers are using in some extent less, but the retail traders and the wholesale traders, they are using it much for looking fresh and for looking much better than the farmers taking food. Adulterated food, we see these adulterated food products are reported the cause behind thousands of people suffering from fatal diseases like cancer, kidney failure and heart problems. Look, fatal diseases. So what happened from these all pesticides items that we are taking from foods, that is our kidney failure, heart problems and also causes cancer. Health specialists told the Dhaka Tribune that the Ministry of Food had enacted a Food Safety Act but was yet to prepare the necessary rules. As the issue of food safety was also linked to 14 other ministries, a coordinated agency should take responsibility of ensuring safety in food products, they added. So this is adapted from a news published in Dhaka Tribune. Now come to the we have gone at every line of the text. Now come to the evaluation part. We see what is this. This is all sources of food contamination. Look, raw materials, food, that is the food handovers, what he is using. Okay, that is packaging materials, that is our rodents, that is our insects, that is from the garbage, from the soil, from the yard or dust, from the water. So food are contaminated from every angles of life. And look, these fruits are looking green, this apple, but whenever it cut down, it looks that there are some chemicals are using here. This is the evolution. Now we will see. Okay, before going to the question, I would like to show you a video. What about the poisons or the chemicals are using in food? Please, my learners, enjoy the video.
Are you aware that you are dying a slow death? Do you even care if you are told that what you buy and eat daily is slowly poisoning your body and you are also paying for it? And the use of harmful pesticides and adulterants in all the food that we consume. Adulteration is behind the scenes killer, and we are allowing it to happen right under our very noses. Are we okay in feeding our children with milk that is mixed with synthetic milk that contains urea, caustic soda and vegetable oil? Would you like to buy some ice cream that contains washing powder? Consume some spices that contain arsenic compound.
Yes, dear learners, you see, this is just a clip, a short video for you. What exactly we are taking from the street side, we are having day to day with our body or our stomach, that are consuming, that all pesticides or insecticides are using these harmful effects. So very much careful. Please try to be conscious what exactly you are eating. It will not affect you directly. Slow poisoning, day by day, you will face it. Now come to the next slide. We'll evaluate ourselves. Now look the questions here. If you see what are the questions for our evaluation, you will find there are some questions. You can check yourself. That choose the right answer. What percentages of milk samples contain pesticides? 60, 45, 40 or 50? This is 45. 45% of milk samples contain pesticides. Then you will say, how did the scientists realize that the water supply was contaminated? Because of microbial presence, from the color of the water, from an analysis of the mineral content, through the chemical test. This is because of microbial presence. Then you see, why were microbial populations present in pasteurized milk? Because of widespread contamination in the water cows drink, because of the formaldehyde content in the milk, because of poor processing of the milk, all of the above. We see, because of poor processing of the milk, they are using pasteurized milk. Then you see the amounts of pesticides in local food samples are how many times greater than the 3 times 20, 3 to 32, 60. We know that is 3 times greater. How many ministries concerned with the food safety issues? 10, 15, 1 or 14. We know that is 14 ministries are concerned with the what? Food safety measures. Then we will go through the what? Our sharings, our pairings, and to think what exactly the questions have given here. From your reading of the passage, mention the goal of the survey, how many members were there in the survey, which government organization launched the survey, what did found due to the survey, where was the survey launched, which poisonous products were found in the food products. According to the survey, how much amount of poisonous products was found in these food samples, which fatal diseases were the outcomes of the food adulteration, who should be pointed out to stop food adulteration. Yes, I am trying to give you the answer in my next slides. You will find all the answers here. Then you will know what exactly the world or our country or we the people doing, eating or having. These are all the answers of the questions. Now dear learners, come to the word meanings. Look, pesticides, adulteration, pasteurized, enacted, then coordinated. This is the meaning, and here are some synonyms or antonyms. This is the slash, that is the first word is synonym, the next word is antonym. You can see pesticides, a chemical substance used to kill harmful insects, small animals, wild plants and other unwanted organisms. That is synonym is insecticides. There are no antonyms. Adulteration, the action of making something poorer in quality by the addition of another substance. It is a synonym, or the synonymous of adulteration is contamination, and the antonym is purification. That's the way you see pasteurized, clarified or clean, the meaning, and it is antonym unalloyed. Synonym is impure. Enacted, to establish by legal and authoritative act, and this is synonym is constitute, antonym is revoke. Coordinated, able to use more than one set of anything to a single act, and the synonym is coherent, and the antonym is disorder. So my dear students, this is our homework for you. You can write, you can share with a friend, discuss the observation made by the former Director General of Health Services, DGHS. DGHS. This is the acronym, and the abbreviation is Director General of Health Services. Is it enough to keep an eye on end products? Make a list of things that you can do to monitor and supervise the production process. If you like, you can send it to me. Write a letter to the editor of a national daily pointing out the problems of food adulteration in your locality, or write a response to this news item published in Dhaka Tribune. So dear learners, I have given you the total evaluation, the learning outcomes, the thinking or the pairing sections with your question answers and a homework. It is your time, it is your enjoyment, and it is your quiet patience how you will take or consume the total text. Now the reflection as well as the feedback. In my every session we will find a reflection and a feedback. Yes, what went well? Did anything go well? If it's up to you. What did not go well? If certainly didn't go well something, please write it to me. You can write it to me. I have given you my mail address. Then do you have any questions? You see my mail address here. I will tell you. Have you enjoyed the session? It's up to you whether you have enjoyed or not. I'm trying my best. So my dear learners, thank you very much for the session that we have enjoyed. Thank you.